So let me make sure I understand what's going on here. You brought back the Halloween event, the same Halloween event that you've been doing for years. And it is basically the same as it's always been. Put on a mask, get candy, turn in that candy for event-themed loot. And you brought back the Haunted Forest, but with a twist. In order to open the chest at the end of the Haunted Forest, you have to have a cipher. And in order to get these ciphers, you have to do things other than the event. So you've just added grinding on top of grinding so that people have to grind while they grind because they have grind in their grind to grind things out to draw out the length of the event because there's not any actual content here. And the event itself is nothing more than a thinly veiled FOMA simulator to entice people to buy things from the cash shop because limited time seasonal event only. And the one job that you had, the one thing that you had to absolutely positively get correct here in this new iteration of the Halloween event was to make sure that the drop rate for the ciphers wasn't bugged. And yet, somehow, some way, through some Herculean happenstance, you fucked that up.
We can't do this anymore. This is just too much. This is too hard for us to do. The tools that we work with are really hard to deal with. It's hard for us to make this much content. It's just hard making content in general.
Well, you know what? Credit where credit is due. At least they hotfixed a glitch where the pyramid ships weren't showing up on the directory within hours of it happening. So, I mean, there is that. Now, at the start of every video, I usually say, what's going on, ladies and gents, boys and girls, guardians of all ages, Joker back again, once again. But really, the only joke here, back again, once again, is the Halloween event. The event is broken, but hey, at least the cash shop is filled to the brim. Oh look, there's a $15 set of armor from last year, again, and the year before, and hey, we have another $15 set of armor this year that's a reskin of the Vanguard armor. I don't know whether to laugh or to cry, because people are gonna buy this armor and Bungie's just gonna be like, hey, we can sell reskin sets of armor for $15 a pop. The only thing spooky and scary about this shit is the fact that Bungie keeps getting away with it, as sycophanical fanboys eat this shit up, and then wonder why the cash shop gets more content than the actual game. Truly a mystery for our ages. The world may never know. I mean, you do you, it's your money and all, and I'm not gonna tell you how to spend your money, but when the cash shop continues to get better updates than the actual fucking game you're paying to play, just remember, you did this to you. As for my thoughts on the event itself, well, I mean, it's just the same shit, different day Destiny holiday event we've had virtually every holiday since Destiny 2 Year 1 and the introduction of the Infinite Forest. I wish they would put a little more effort into these events, you know, maybe give them a storyline, put more of the holiday-themed loot in the vendor, or gasp, shock, horror, lightning crackle, lightning crackle, lightning crackle in the actual activity. You know, instead of the cash shop. But it is what it is. And to be clear, I'm not bitching about the cash shop. It really is what it is. We crossed that Rubicon years ago. I'm just pointing out the abject reality that if you want your loot in the event and not the cash shop, stop buying it from the cash shop. It's really as simple as that. But since that's not going to happen, and there will always be whales, it is what it is, what it is. I'm just apathetic at this point about the whole thing. And I can't wait to see transmog tokens selling in the cash shop for $15 for an entire set of armor, or player recreation tokens tied to the cash shop, or better yet, character creation assets like hair, eyes, markings, beards, all tied to the cash shop. That's gonna be fun. All in all, it's just another meh event with meh rewards designed to sell things and not actually add longevity to the game. But hey, those are just my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments below. Remember to like, but only if you did. Subscribe for more. Feel free to donate to my Patreon if you're feeling particularly generous. But above all else, stay frosty. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to go be a degenerate and stare at anime waifu asses as I climb mountains, or run, or basically do. This game's fucking amazing. You want to talk about making a game that is designed to get people to buy things, but like also not actually designed to get people to buy things. Genshin Impact, yo. You get basically Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild meets Fate Go, but then they're like, oh yeah, I mean, like, you could support us through the cash shop, but you really don't have to because, well, you can play the whole game for free, and it's actually a legitimately good game. And so you kind of feel guilty and then want to spend money because there's a lot of content. I don't know. Am I being litten, psychologically defiled by a game in the way that I want to actually spend money to support the developers because what they gave me for free is fucking amazing? I think that's what's going on. I think it's psychological warfare. But hey, I'm okay with it. Maybe when Bungie gives me Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild for free, then I'll feel like their cash shop is worth it.